Hi there, Robin here from Expert Out, and today we're going to be talking about setting up a monitor on a mixer. Now, I've done other videos of this, and that was on reference to the Mackie and onto the Alto, but today we're going to be doing the Alesis Multimix 8 USB FX. Now, why do we take this one and make it last out of the three in the series? Well, it has to do with how the monitors hook up on this model. Now, here we've got ourselves our AUX, and it also says monitor, and on top it just says the AUX monitor send up on top. Now over here we have, again, the AUX send and monitor label is 1, and on top it says monitor 1. Over here we've got a little bit more going on. One, we have our FX pre, which is here. It's really nice terminology to learn. And then over here we have a monitor, but on top we also have AUX send, and we have monitor outputs on top. So they actually hook up two different ways. And the reason is if we're using the red knobs for our monitor, we're going to be able to dial that in and have variable gain on all the channels depending on how we set up these red knobs. And it will have no effect or not be affected by the actual level knobs at the bottom. It also doesn't interact with the monitor button down here, just straight out to the auxiliary send. Now, the other side of that is to have a post connection, which basically says, I don't care about these knobs here. Whatever I do on the actual mixing board, I can control two ways. Either on the main level out, which is going to be to my main out, the main speakers, or I can send it out to the monitor, and that is a fixed level. So that's post. That's done after the actual levels have all been adjusted. So you have to decide how you want to use it and which way makes best sense for you. So what we'll do is quick setup of both ways. Give it a try so you understand what's going on and have a visual of it at the same time. So today our main speakers are going to be the Alesis, which are just on this side, the Elite 8, Elevate 8 I think is what they call them. And then our microphone is going to be the Shure PGA 48, which is a great talk mic, so for any talking, and it includes the model we have with an XLR cable, which is perfect for hooking up to mixers. Our monitor today is going to be the JBL 305, located at the other end, and we'll plug that in. And to start off, we're going to use the aux send. Now I'm doing all this while the unit is unplugged, powered off. I didn't have to unplug it, but the speakers are off, the monitor's off, and the mixer's off. And last but not least, for our backtrack or our music source, I'm going to be using my phone today, which is going to be hooked up via these two 1/4-inch cables. Now, we'll simply just start this up, and there we go. Now, like I said, there's two ways, and the first way we're going to do it is pre, which means I'm going to get to do my level adjustments. So I do that by turning on the microphone, turning everything on. Now I should be able to just turn up my AUX pre, so my auxiliary input, my auxiliary pre-level controls, and that means I'm controlling it here. It has no effect to the actual level at the bottom or to the mains going out to the speaker. So that's happening there. At the same time, I can also set my level control, turn up my mains, and that brings up the speaker on the other side. So for example, if I turn this down now the monitor is off and the mains are running all by themselves. That's how a pre-setup works. Now I can do the same thing for music. If I hit the music play, I come over here, it's playing on my mains because I do have them up slightly, so I'm going to find that on the board. There's my main, turn it down, turn it up, but at the same time I can adjust it here on my monitor. So right now I'm just going to give it 25%. Now I need, on stage, I might need to have my backtrack louder than my microphone. So we'll turn the mic back down, and there we are. So now I have the backtrack louder than the microphone, but on stage I may decide that it's more important that I have the microphone louder than the backtrack. And that's why you would want to have a pre-adjustment. So I'll turn all that down. So that's the idea, is that it gives you freedom to set up your monitor in a separate way from your main speakers without one affecting the other. So that's a pre-setup. That's what's going on there. Now, we're going to start turning things off. Again, speakers first to turn off, monitor. then the mixer. Now all we're going to do is move the plug simply from the AUX end over one to the monitor. Now we're going to turn things back on again. Start this time with the mixer, then our main speakers. Everything's back up again. And here we're going to note that the monitor button is going to control everything proportionally. However we set it all up here. So in this case, if I bring up the monitor, what we're going to have is mic and music proportionally set up the way I have it for the mains. So no difference in that sense. The only thing I have control over is how loud it's going to be. That's really what the differences are between the two. So if you're doing a setup for actual monitor use, that's kind of a fixed setup, straightforward. It gives you the ability to have two sets of speakers maybe set up at the same time. Now, other uses for what I've just done besides having monitors set up or having a studio room set up is also some people use it for subwoofer use. So if we're going to throw in our 2 cents for DJs, you want to control your subwoofer separately from your main speakers. There you go. You can use your monitor output on this unit to proportionally adjust. So you can turn one up louder, one down. You can do whatever you want. That's how that works there. You can also, by the way, have used the AUX send because you'd probably only want the sub on the music. So whatever channel, if you did like me and plug that into 5 and 6, then you'd be able to just use 5 and 6 and not add any sub to the microphones. That's another easy way. But again, this is all about setting up monitors, and that all really applies to all of that. So there you go. I hope this was helpful. The idea is if you want to see the video on this, I'll have a link for it up above, and I'm also going to have a link for this guy up above. These were the first and second ones we did. This is the third one. Like I said, slightly different setup. If you're looking for any links for any of these products that we've talked about today, you'll find them down below, and you'll also find links to our website as well. So we'll see you on the next video, and thanks for watching. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. See you on the next one. Bye.